There is an enemy you cannot see, but it consumes your life every single day. An enemy that whispers, "You'll do it later." An enemy that promises, "There's still time." An enemy that lies. You're lazy by nature, so why even try? Go take a rest. That enemy is called procrastination, and it can destroy your life. Watch the video and learn how to win this silent battle. The story I'm going to tell you today is about a girl who was defeated by this enemy. But not completely, because sometimes the greatest lesson in life comes from the worst moment you have ever lived. Her name was Alana, and her life was a long series of laters. Alana was 16 and lived in a village at the foot of a great mountain. It was a small village where everyone knew each other and where work was the most important law. The women in the village learned from a very young age how to weave, work the fields, prepare food for the winter, and care for animals. These skills were not a luxury, they were survival. Alana had a natural talent for weaving. Her hands were quick, and her creativity was remarkable. The fabrics she created when she actually applied herself were so beautiful that merchants paid good money for them. But there was one problem. Alana rarely applied herself. Her grandmother would call her to work at the loom. Alana would say, "Later, Grandma. Right now I want to rest." And soon she would be sitting under the tree, daydreaming. During the harvest, when the whole village worked to gather the food that would sustain them through the winter, Alana was always the first to make excuses. "My feet hurt. I'm tired. I'll work more tomorrow." Her parents warned her. The village elder watched her with concern. But Alana continued on her way, always distracted and putting off the work. Later became her mantra. Meanwhile, her friends were starting to thrive. Some married, respected men because they were hardworking and skilled. Others became known in the region for the quality of their products. One became a master who trained other weavers. Life moved on. And Alana kept making promises she never kept. Unfinished fabrics, abandoned tasks, lost. Then the harsh winter came. This was not an ordinary winter. That year, the harvest had been poor. The village had not gathered enough food, and the winter arrived earlier and colder than anyone expected. All through the spring and summer, the families who had worked hard had been preparing. Their barns were full. They had fabrics to sell to travelers so they could buy whatever they lacked. Alana and her family, they had the bare minimum because Alana had left her loom still for months, because her father had counted on her to help with the harvest, and she had never shown up. And now, while the other families had enough, Alana's family was going hungry. Alana saw her younger siblings shivering with cold, her mother patching old clothes so they could be worn again, her father with a look of desperation she had never seen on his face before. One night, Alana heard her parents whispering in the other part of the cabin. Her father said, "Maybe we will have to send her to work in the merchant's house. In the big city, at least there she would have food." Alana froze. That would mean being taken away from her family. It would mean leaving her life, her village, everything she knew. It would mean being sent away into the unknown. And that was too much for her. That night, Alana did not sleep. She thought about all the opportunities she had wasted, about all the laters that would now never come, about how her laziness had not only ruined her own life, but was also destroying her family. The next day, Alana went to her grandfather, the wisest man in the village. She was crying, not out of self-pity, but out of real remorse, from seeing the damage she had caused. Her grandfather let her cry in silence. Then he asked,
"Alana, do you know the story of the seed?"
Alana shook her head no. Her grandfather went on.
When a man plants a seed, he cannot expect to harvest the next day. He has to wait. He has to water it. He has to care for it every single day. The man who says, "I'll do it later," and never plants, dies of hunger. The one who plants today harvests tomorrow. It has been this way since the beginning of time. You are not lazy, my granddaughter. Laziness is only fear in disguise. Fear that your work will not be good enough. Fear of giving your best and failing anyway. So you postpone to protect yourself. But it didn't work, did it?
Alana listened in silence. Alana wiped away a tear and shook her head. Her grandfather placed his worn hands over hers.
Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. It keeps passing you by. And if you didn't plant at planting time, at harvest time, there will be nothing to harvest but regret.
Alana stood up and went to her loom. It was covered in dust. Some threads were broken. It looked like it would never be the same. She took a deep breath and began. She didn't wait to feel inspired. She didn't wait for the perfect day. She simply started. On the first day, she worked only 2 hours. Her hands were shaking, but she kept going. Week after week, Alana returned to the loom, and her fingers began to remember. Her creativity began to flow again. The fabrics started to take shape. During the spring, when the merchants came back to the village, the girl had 3 beautiful, well-finished pieces to sell. That money helped her family get through the hard times. But more important than that, Alana had learned the secret. The secret is that you don't need to be perfect to start. You don't need to feel motivated. You don't need the right circumstances. You just need to begin, one step at a time. Alana never said later again. When her parents asked for help, she helped. When there was work to be done in the village, she showed up. When an idea for a new fabric came to her mind, she acted on it right away. 2 years later, Alana was known throughout the whole region as a master weaver. She married a respected man who admired her dedication. Her family prospered, and most importantly, she prospered as a person. Laziness is a silent thief. It steals your future while you procrastinate. The ancients knew this truth well. They knew that life is made of small moments. Every moment you choose to act is a moment when you plant a seed. Every moment you choose to delay is an opportunity lost forever. If you've been putting off your dreams, your projects, your life, know this: the perfect moment will never come. All that will come is more and more laters. But you can start now, today, in this very moment, and once you start, everything changes. Life listens to those who take action. If Alana's story has inspired you to become someone better, then I've fulfilled my mission. Leave your like, share this video. Thanks for watching.